Yes, my friends invited me to come and talk to you today about having a mission, because last time I talked about the fact that when you are intentful and you have a plan, what I'm calling a plan, then you put yourself in a position where you are choosing your life. It doesn't happen to you. You are choosing. And it seems to be rather significant to my friends at that point you are choosing also when you do or do not die, because you don't have it happen to you. You are putting yourself in the choosing position. So my friend wanted me to speak to you more about what it is that you are choosing, that plan. And I say to you, the plan, your plan, is what you would call either your life purpose or your mission. I am going to tell you things you already know, such as your life mission is as different as each one of her birds. They're all different. Everyone is different, even though you are all people. No one has the same mission. No one has a handbook that explains their mission. And so, no doubt, a lot of you are going to say to me, how do I know what my mission is? And I say to you, look at your passion. You know that passion leads to that often. And then you say to me, how do I know what my passion is? And I'm going to say to you, this is a game, not really what I call it, called life. And in this game, you have to know yourself. You have to pick your plan. You have to know what you are all about. You have to be intentful. The world belongs to those that are intentful. The world happens to those that are not intentful. Haven't you ever noticed that the people you know who have a plan, who seem to know it all and have it all together, they are intentful. Things don't seem to happen to them. They are the ones that it seems like they veer to the right just in time to avoid the disaster. They veer to the left just in time to pick up the pot of gold sort of thing. Why? Because they put themselves on a different path, on a different plan. How do you tap into this plan? It is so simple, and yet for you, so not. You must know yourself. You must know what makes you tick. You must know what you like. It is not any of this stuff that is so popular in this time frame. That's what we call it, a time frame, these times of they're wrong, that race matters, that one doesn't, this is this, that is that. That is all nothing but labels and judgments, and it is not. It is not. Very plain and simple. You are, what are you? You are not anything that can be labeled and contained in a box. When you can, you're in trouble. When you recognize that you are more than can be described with adjectives, or described by a nationality, described by a color, described by anything, when you realize that, you're starting to empower yourself. You're starting to understand that what you are is not a label. It is so much more. You have to start there. You have to dig deeper into yourself to know what it is that makes you tick. You may mistake that your heart ticks because there's blood flowing through it. That is inaccurate. Haven't you heard of people dying from a broken heart? Not so metaphoric all the time. It happens all the time. People get disappointed by life. They get depressed. They go off the deep end all the time. What makes you tick? If you don't know, you can become a lost soul. If you know and you start to connect with yourself, you start to be able to put a master plan together, an intelligent plan together, a cosmic plan together. A cosmic plan is one that comes forward simply from whatever it is that makes you tick. My friend who was holding the camera, he decided that the ticking he was hearing was the revving of a motorcycle. You may judge that as good or bad, as smart or not smart, as incredible as not, as adventurous or daredevilish and ready to get hurt. You may call it all of those things, but you would be foolish because you would be getting yourself lost in all of these things that are going to lead you to a heartbreak. Instead, anything that approaches you, you should look at and you should see if it resonates with you. And you should ask yourself, without looking at the exterior world around you, ask yourself, does doing this, does tapping into this, does thinking about this, feeling about this, connecting with this, and in this case, getting on a motorcycle, make me more of who I am or not? Am I saying that it is possible a motorcycle is your master or cosmic plan? Yes, yes, I am. What do you think comprises a cosmic plan? It's not the meat of it, the motorcycle or some other scientific discovery. Neither one is better or worse than the other in the eyes of the universe. Why? They are all elemental. The difference isn't that, it is in what makes you tick. So judge whichever you like, because there are some that think the scientific discovery is bad and evil. There are some that think it is incredible and going to save the earth. It doesn't matter what label you put on it, it will take you to that heartbreak. You look at whatever makes you tick, and it will give you a plan. It will help you tick, and it will likely lead you to something bigger and better, because you are always evolving. You are, like the Creator, always expanding, and in your next expansion, there is more. There is something different and new. Maybe you dump the motorcycles and you move on to something bigger. Maybe not. Maybe you get more motorcycles. No one can say, and no one can guess, and no one can know, except guess what? Your heart, yourself, your core. You can say your bones. You can say the cosmic aspect of who you are. Your plan involves things. Let's keep going with the motorcycle. Let's say, like my friend, you have a motorcycle or two. There is a plan there. Perhaps you haven't had the whole plan unfold. Probably not. It unfolds, doesn't it, my friend? It unfolds, it changes, it has a next chapter. It has, did you see that? He got so excited he made the camera bounce. It has its own next evolution. It can continue down the motorcycle path. It can go in a different direction. You don't know. Why? Because you're still discovering it. You're still on the path. You are still evolving and changing. But as you take a step, the plan takes a step forward, and there's the next step. When you have a plan, you put yourself on the track of having a life mission. Maybe my friend will sell motorcycles. Who knows? Who knows? The only question that matters is, does it make his heart tick? Does it make him happy? Is it going to help my friend determine if he has a broken heart and is ready to go now, or if he has plans and can't yet go? He'll let you know when he's freed up.